Hi, my name is Jason Garfield. I am a world champion juggler and president of the World Juggling Federation. Now, I got those two titles with a lot of hard work, patience, and indefatigable persistence. To get good at anything, you have to work hard at it, and you have to work at it every day, and you have to work at it intelligently, which means having the right tools, which also means the right instruction. So that's why I'm so excited to be here today to teach you how to juggle. Now, this is something that you can do at home. You don't need a whole lot of ceiling height. You can use balled up socks, tennis balls, apples, oranges, lemons. If you're going to use fruit, though, I recommend you practice over your bed or over a sofa, something that'll cushion the fall, because you will drop. That's inescapable. But what is escapable is having a bunch of fruit juice to clean up. So make sure that you're not going to break whatever it is you're juggling. Please don't use the eggs. Let's just see if we can try balled up socks, or find some sports balls, tennis balls, something like that. Anything spherical that'll fit in your hand, all right? Let's get our props and let's get to work. We're gonna learn how to juggle correctly from the very beginning. Now remember, patience. It's very important not to try to get ahead of yourself. I know it's exciting and you see that the possibilities are there and you want to keep going, but then you sacrifice your form and you embed bad habits. So just listen to everything I say and try to remember it every time you practice. So we're going to start first with body position, because juggling is done with your body. So all of the throws are going to come from what you do with your body, how you stand and how you move your arms and where you look. So starting off with feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, just slightly, just so that they're not locked out. And keep your elbows at your side and back straight, chest out. This is just good posture for everything, really. And then bring your hands in. Keep your elbows still at your side, but just touch your hands together, because all the throws are going to come from the center of your body. Then from here, you're going to look up, because that's where you're going to throw the balls. So looking up the whole time, you're not going to follow the balls back into your hand. You're going to learn how to see where they're going and then move your hands to catch. And if you're throwing correctly, you should only have to move them about this far. The juggling pattern does not go outside of your body frame, which means nothing will go outside of your shoulders. So the balls will go up right in front of your face and then come right back down, lined up with your shoulder in the opposite hand. So these are crossing throws. So you're going to throw from right to left and then left to right. So we're going to use a little bit of follow through with our arms. So we're going to look up, lower our arm that we're going to start with, and then just lift up in front of your face. So starting from the center, you're just going to bring your arm straight down, still in the center of your body, and lift it up in front of your face. Then you're going to do the same thing with the left hand. We'll just work on doing this. This is where you're going to place the balls. So you think about putting your arm where you want the balls to go, and then just follow through and then release. You're not going to put any spin on the ball at all. You're just going to hold it in your hand and then release as your arm goes up. So let's get one ball. Okay, starting with one object. Same body position. Before you do any juggling, always get back into the body position I explained earlier. Feet shoulder width apart, back straight, elbows at the side, hands in, and look up. Now from here, we're going to lower, we're going to lift up and throw. Now to catch, you're going to lift up to catch and then cushion the catch and bring your hand down. So I'll do that again. Hands together, up, lift up, and lower, and stop. This is not continuous, so you don't need to be playing like a game of hot potato just to keep it going. One throw, one catch, and done. Then from the other side, practice each side evenly. You don't want to get better on one side than the other, and most people tend to favor their dominant hand. So if anything, practice your non-dominant hand more, but equal is good. So lower, lift up, throw, lift up to catch, and done. One throw, one catch, done. Throw, catch, done. And there's a slight angle, so it's coming from the middle and it's angled a little bit to the other side. Now notice I'm not moving my feet at all. That's because the throws are coming back to me. There's two ways this can go. You either control the balls or the balls control you. What that means is if you tell yourself you're not going to move, you will keep practicing until the throws come back to you. If you keep walking around wherever the balls are going, then you're going to get good at letting the balls control you. So you may be able to make catches, but you won't be able to do it without walking around. And that becomes a lot more complicated when you get to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So practice staying in one spot and keeping the balls within your range of catching. And you also, even if you go like this, I didn't move my feet, but obviously that's still not good. So we want the ball to come right back to our catching hand in the same position that we need it to be to make the next throw. And you notice I'm throwing a little bit above my head. That's going to give me some time when I get to 2 and 3 to react. when you're first learning this, your reaction time needs to be developed. So the more time that you have to see where the ball is and react, the better. And again, this is not continuous. It's one throw, one catch, stop. And then for you, this might not look as good in the beginning, so you're gonna have to reset. Maybe you drop, so you have to go pick it up. So get back into the same body position before you start again. Don't be in a rush to start again. Always confirm you're standing properly and you're set up to throw it to the best of your ability. And that's one ball. Now 2 is tricky. A lot of people will do this and think they're doing 2, and this is not how you do 2. This is just throwing with one hand and then catching with the other and then shoving it back into your favorite hand. That's a trick when you start doing it with 3 or more. But for 2 balls to learn 3, both throws have to be symmetrical, which means you're making the same type of throw with each hand, just at different times. So the timing is when the first ball reaches the top of its pattern, when it's at the peak, just as it's on its way back down, that's when you're going to throw the other ball underneath and across to the other side. Now imagine there's a line going straight through your body. You want these balls to go the same distance on each side of that line, which is no farther than your shoulder. Remember, we want these balls to be lined up with our shoulder and come right back into our hands so they're set up to be thrown again instead of having to reposition and make another throw. So 2 balls looks like this. Right, left, catch, and catch. And that's it. And then it stops. Then you start over again. Now you can start practicing with both hands. So I just started with my right. You can then try starting with the left. Left, right, catch, catch. But the most common problem that I see is that the second throw is not as high as the first one. It'll look kind of something like that. And then you'll end up catching both at the same time, which is not good. You will not be able to do 3 that way. You can do 2 throws like that if you're lucky, but that is not the way that this needs to be perfected before you move on to 3. So both throws have to go the same height. One way to think of this is to think about watching the first ball, waiting for it to peak, and then trying to hit it on its inside with the second ball. So really try to hit it, try to get them as close to each other as possible. Think about that center line. Start with your hands together in the middle, and then just have them pass right next to each other. You're making an X with the throws. Right and left. Right, left, catch, catch. Left, right, catch, catch. Right, left. All right, and so that's 2. Okay, 3 balls. Now 3 balls is just like 2. You can only make 2 types of throws, either a right hand throw or a left hand throw. So now you're just going to repeat a right hand throw if you're starting with the right hand. So you put 2 in the hand that you want to start with. So if you want to start with the right hand, put 2 balls in the right hand. If you want to start with the left, put 2 in the left. But whichever hand you want to start with has to start with the hand that has 2. And so from here, sometimes people freak out that they're holding 3 balls, they don't know what to do with it. So let's just make the same 2 throws that we made before and just hold on to this third ball. So you notice I'm holding the third ball here. I'm keeping it clamped in with my palm and my pinky and the finger next to the pinky. And then I've got the first ball in my thumb and first 2 fingers. All right, so from there, I'm going to just make the throw and release like that, and then I'll hold on to the third ball there. So let's just make 2 throws, and to make the catch, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to have this open and ready to catch the ball coming from the left hand. So it'll look like this, just like what we did before. We're just holding on to the third ball. Right, left, and catch. Right, left, catch. But look up the whole time. Don't look in your hands. I was doing that just to emphasize the catch, but you are going to be looking up the whole time. So once you get comfortable with this, let's say 10 times in a row of this, then we can think about throwing the third one. Now the timing for the third one is the exact same as the timing for the second one to the first. So the first ball goes up, you wait until it reaches the top, then you throw the second one underneath and across to the other side. That one will come down. Now the second one is still up there. When that one reaches the top, then the third one gets thrown underneath and across to the other side. So it looks like this. Right, left, right, stop. Right? Now you end, when you make 3 throws, you end with 2 balls in the hand you did not start with. And you can keep starting from the right hand. You don't have to practice from both sides if you don't want to. It's good to become ambidextrous that way, so I would recommend it, but it's not essential for learning how to juggle 3 balls. Right, left, right, and stop. And then you can put it back in your right hand and start over. Right, left, right. And that's it. Once you get 3 throws 10 times in a row, then you can add a 4th throw. Right, left, right, left. And that's it. It just repeats. There's only 2 types of throws. Right, left, and then it repeats. Right, left. So it's right, left, right, left, right, left. And the more you practice this, as you slowly build up your repetitions, think of each set of repetitions as a trick. 4 throws is a trick. Master that 10 times in a row, then 5 times is a trick. Master that, then 6. Until you build up to about 10, 15, or 20, then you can start working on even longer runs. And then you can work on trying to bring it down lower and lower and lower. And the lower you go, the less you're using your arms and the more you're using your wrist. And then you can just like look right on top of it. You don't even have to look at it at all. And then you can start working on other kinds of tricks, stuff that we're not going over today. You can do 3 in one hand. Don't even need the other hand. You can roll them off of your head. And try to stick it on top of your head and balance it there. Put it onto your neck, flip it back up, spin around. You know, there's lots of different things that you can do with 3 balls, but for you, let's just work on mastering the basic 3 throws, and that will be a successful practice session. All right, now here's a little bonus. Once you master 3 balls, if you want to move on to 4, most people don't know this, 4 is done by juggling 2 balls in each hand at the same time. You see that? They do not cross. You can either do it alternating like this or synchronized like this. You won't be doing it this slow to begin with. You'll probably start off trying to learn it at around this height. And to learn it, you're going to work on each hand individually. So the right hand and the left hand. Of course, you're going to build this up slowly, so you're going to work on just 2 throws. And you want to start from the inside of your shoulder and line up with the middle of your shoulder on both sides. Master that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 2, 4. You can work on tricks with 3 also to get you ready for 4, like 2 in one hand and 1 in the other, both sides. You can, from here, go from 3 to 2 in one hand, 1 in the other. Lots of different ways to work on that. But we're not working on 4, that's just to let you know what's around the corner once you master 3.